and welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. So let's take care of this button, the exit. So I'm going to come right here. Let's double click on the exit, double click on that, and right here I will first of all declare a local variable that I'll call iExit. I'm going to say as VB message box result. Now iExit will take in the following argument, so that's going to be message box button, message box, actually it's not box button here. So I'm just going to enter in there confirm if you want to exit. Right, that is my first argument. The second argument is going to be Visual Basic questioning dialog. That's it right there. Then I would then say plus VB yes no, that's my third argument, and comma the fourth argument, that will just be the name of my project. So I'm going to call that data entry form. Entry form. There. That is it, done. Now let's use an if statement to validate the selection made. If iExit equals VB yes, then we say unload me. There. Exit. That is it, taken care of. So let's run that. Exit, no. Exit, yes. You can see the VB question. Alright, that is fine. Now let's take care of the reset button. Double click on the reset. With the reset, I'm going to declare as follows: dim t text. I'm going to dim another one. I will call that maybe just text alone. Yeah, we just dim text alone. Alright, get rid of that. So using F4 for each loop, okay, in txt, that is in frame, I think I have one in frame 9 dots. Frame 9 should cover it all though. Let's say frame 9 dots. No, it's frame 9 dot controls. Okay, and if type of no, that should be off. Txt is ms forms dot text. Then this is what I want the system to do. The txt dot text, I want it to clear. Okay, and if, and we also need to get it nested. There, that should take care of that. Now let me check out one thing, because I have it in double frame, but let's see if it's going to work. Save that. Let's come in here. This should be frame or frame number. That is 1. No, that was not the frame. Yeah, this is frame 9. Okay, now let's run it and see. Enter some data in there. There, clear. Alright, frame 9 works. Okay, right. I was doubting because I have a frame inside a frame, so let's assume it didn't work. I could have to change the whole frame setting again. So that is fine. And you can also, because this is frame number 2, look at that, number 2. If you decide to save frame 9 dots reset here. There we go. Frame 9 dot frame 2. It will also work. Okay, so let's run that and see. Enter some value in there. There, reset. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to clear it in one go like that, you must address the frames. Alright, so now let's take care of this very one. This is that's frame 1. Right, that is frame 1. I'm going to double click on this and just change a whole lot. The only bit I'm changing in there is just frame 1. This one, grab that, come right down here, paste, and change that to frame 1. That will be 1. Let's even try something. Supposing we address the whole of the multi-page itself. Let's come in here, let's address that. I just want to try this. Multi-page. Oh, okay. It does have its own separate page. Okay, I'm going to leave it the way it is. So let's try this out. Let's run it and see. Enter some data in there. Okay, let's reset. Yeah, that is fine. Okay, I've actually logged this, so I want to be able to get data from here into here. Alright, that is okay. Now reset. I need to take care of 1, 2, 3 and all of these here. So let's come back to my reset here. Double click on resets. I'll do that again. There. So the combo box that is called COB department, I'm going to say dot text, that is equals clear. Right, I'm clearing those ones separately because they belong to, and then there's now plenty of them. Then the next one is COB experience, and clear. The next one is COB position, paste. Then we have COB field of work. I think I call that field work. There. Alright, that's taken care of. Now, what about the option buttons? OPB graduate. In the case of that, we say dot object and dot value, that is equals false. There we go. Those are option buttons. So grab this. Now I have option button for postgraduate, postgrad, option button for doctoral. I think I call it doctorate. There. Option button for male. Option button for female. There. So that's how we clear those buttons. Now I also have one single one that I need to clear. txt uni dot text, that is equals there. Alright, so I believe I've taken care of the reset button. So if I run it now, enter whatever in here, reset. There we go. That is fine. 1, 2 taken care of. Actually 1, 2, 3 taken care of. Now let's take care of this one. Then we'll come and do the big one here. And let's come in here, and where is it? Double click on add records. Okay guys, with the add records, I'm going to declare the following. Let's say dim worksheets, WKS as worksheet. That's one. Now declare another one, dim add new as range. There we go. And now let's say set worksheet. That would be my very first sheet here. This one, sheet number 1. This one right here. Okay. Now sheet 1 itself is going to have the following name, because I haven't changed the name, so it's called sheet 1 as you guys saw earlier. Close that. Now let's say set add new equals worksheet.range, and the range, I'm just going to make that, I'm making this up up to 65,356. Dots to the end of the as X XL up, right here. Dots offset it by 1. There we go. Now let's come in here. My variable add new, I want it to dot offset and start from cell 0, 0 dots value equals txt employee ID dot text. So take in the data that I have in there. So I'm going to copy that. I think I have about 22 or so. I just change things around. I have 6 in here. Copy and paste. And change the names around. Right. Delete this. Okay, so this one is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 here, 15, and 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, we have 20. I think I have more than 20. I need 2 more. 22. Yeah. Paste 21 and 22. There we go. So all I did need to do now is to change these names around. So that's going to be first name. This is surname here. We have address and so on, guys. So I'm going to speed that up. There guys, all done. So all I then need to do now is I need to add, let's come in here, do that again. So come in here, I'm going to add in here, let's add a list box. So click on here, First of all, grab a label in there, and in here I'm going to add a list box. Yeah, there we go. And we change the data of these to maybe employee data entry or whatever. So in here I'm going to change that to employee data entry, something like that. Increase that, and let's speed that up anyway. Right, I'm going to speed that up. Let's give this one a name. Right, so we'll call this one employee data entry. Alright, so let's come back in here, and inside my add button there, I want to be able to add something straight here. So let's say employee data entry here. That will be dots column counts. I'm going to make that, let's say 24. Yeah, that's fine. It's employee data entry dots role source, that will be equals sheet 1, and that is going to be $A $, start from 2 column A, no, that should be $, $A up to, I'm going to just make that S $653. Right, there we go. So that's the range. Yeah, that's it. So if I run it now, I should be able to see something in there. So let's run it and come here. There we go. Alright, but one other thing, my form here, I need to enter the details in here. So that's going to be employee and so on. So this is going to be employee ID, right, and the next one is going to be first name, surname, address, and so on, guys. I'm going to speed that up. Alright guys, I've entered all of the data for the table. Okay, so let's just save that and minimize this. Let's open it up. Right. Okay, so I have up to W there. Let's come in here, double click, and I'm going to just change this. Instead of AS, it's now going to be up to AS, it's W. Yeah, the column, if I look at it again, yeah, it's W. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that is fine. Alright. Now minimize that. Okay, so whatever data we enter in there now, we should be able to just see that right away. So if I run it now and enter something in here, and the name, let's say is my name, Oamen, address number 1, Roster, London, and here mail. Okay, enter whatever in there. I can't enter nothing in there yet because I disabled this. So department, I can make that up, aviation. Right, and here, this one is done. Okay, this, there will be nothing in here. Let's say about 8, work, years. Let's say about 12. University, let's call that not London University. Yeah, University of North London. Okay. Alright, so that is that. So all I then need to do is just click on this. Click on that. The only one that will be missing will be this. There. Alright, pensionable. Okay, I remember. I changed that. Get rid of that. Now back in here. Let's go back to mine. I'll click on that now. There we go. Yeah, it should be in there. So let's click on clear and exit. Yeah. And let's see the spreadsheet. There we go. Look at that. All my details right in there. Oh, apart from the next of kin, the entire anything, and the other one, employee date. Alright, that is it. It's now working. That is fine. So all we need to now do is to take care of the dates. Okay, with the dates, if you guys want, there's a tutorial on my first channel of how to create this. So I'm going to more or less speed that up. Okay guys, with the dates, let's go inside the code view area. So with the calendar, let's come down here. Yeah. And right underneath here, I'm going to enter the following function for the calendar. If you guys want to know, I have all of these in my on my second tutorial, full tutorial of how it's done. Okay, it's right there. I'm going to get rid of this so that you guys can see it. Let's reduce that a little bit. There we go. Those are the lines of codes for the function. Let's bring it down so that you can see it there. Okay. For the function, there they are. Now, I'm now going to use the form initialize to actually call this function. Now let's go to our form and double click on that, or if we can see it here, where's the form? Yeah, use the form. We want it initialized. There. Bring that up a little bit. And inside the form initialize, we're going to call all those lines of codes. And right there guys, those are the lines of codes that I'm going to be using in the form initialize. There. Okay, have a good look at it. If I run it now, this is what you guys will see. The calendar is ready. Like I said, I have a full tutorial of this on my first channel. So if you want to have a good look at it, it's right there. But apart from that, you can just have a good look at the lines of codes and you take it from there. There we go. Those are the functions. Let's reduce that again so that you can see the edge here. So let's come in here, options, and just change that to maybe about 13. Let's see if 13 will do. Yeah, 13. Alright, that's fine. Okay. There. And form initialize. Right here. Okay, inside the form initialize, I have to add as follows. So inside my form initialize, I want to be able to, this is just a shortcut for years of experience or experience in years. That I want that to be numbers. I've already created something to do with function, sorry, a loop in there, so I might as well just use this loop. So I'm going to call that's CBO. That's a CBO experience. Dots add, and what are we adding? We're adding I. That's all. Okay, I'm just making use of this, more or less borrowing the I. So come in here, drop that down, and that's it. Instead of reinventing the wheel, it's already there. Okay, so one other thing that is left for us to do, let's come back down into the function. Right inside this function as well, I'm going to now add as follows. So the very first thing I want to add is let's say, undo that. When the form initialize multi-page one, I want that to be 0, so that will be number 1 dot view equals 0, so that's fine. So now let's say employee dot column header. So I want to be able to display the header in there. So I'm going to say that one is closed. That will be true. And employee column counts. So let's come in here and just LBL employee column counts dot column count. That will be, I'm going to make that about 24. Now, what about rule source? I can grab the, let's go in here, we'll come back to that and just grab all of that. Rules, yeah, I want to grab all of this here. Rule source, okay, that's fine. To give me the accurate rule source, paste that in there. Right, that is fine. Now the other thing I want to do is first of all, let's run this. We'll come back here. We still have more work to do in here. There, if I come in here now, I should be able to see those data in there. Okay, so that is fine. Those are the data I entered onto the spreadsheet earlier, right in here. Okay then, so end that because I've entered the role source and so on. So let's go back in here. Now, my field work, this very one, there's nothing here, there's nothing here, and here. So let's take care of those three. There's something here now. So those three we include as follows. Double click there, form initialize, and come right down here. And we just need to enter CBO field work.add item, and I'm just going to make that lecturer, so that's fine. Close that. So just copy and change that around. 2, 3, 4, that's good enough for me. So the next one we can call that maybe a teacher or whatever, and here games designer, and here maybe a security or data security, something like that. There. Now position, that's the position, this role at work, might be a manager, whatever, dot add items, and that is, let's say director, what is, copy that. We can call that maybe it's manager. This support. These are just different rules. Let's say pilot, and so on. There, that is that taken care of. Alright, now the department, whatever department where they work. So let's do that here. CBO department dot add. So let's call this aviation department or whatever. Aviation. Maybe one more. Computing. Marketing. Yeah, marketing, why not? And maybe English department, why not? Yeah, that's it, all done. Okay guys, so all we then need to do now is just to give it a try and see. Run. There we go, that's fine. Experience. Oh, that should be games. That should be games. I'm gonna correct that inside. And it's a director, PhD. Does it end? No, it's a PhD holder. Put 5,000 there. And the name. Let's enter that in there. The name is, let's say it's Tony Montana. Tony Montana. Address 17 Little Venice, London. Mail. Number. And here. And here, this is the bit that is left now. Calculate. University, okay, let's say University of all university, that's it. So if I click on add, that should display data in here apart from the dates that is not there. So let's click on add. There, that is it. Alright, oh, next of kin. I always forget that. Next of kin, let's say is Helen. No. Telephone number. Now, add. There we go. We now have Helen as the next of kin. Right, so all this is left for us now is to take care of this. So when I click on this, I want the dates to appear in here. So let's end that. Right. There, first of all, we need to know the name of this component. So let's come in here, grab the name. That's the name, the employee. So grab that now. TXT date employed. Copy that, come right down here and start with this little one. Double click on that. That is a D1 there. Dot text that is equals D1 dot control. There we go. That should give me the date of that very one. So let's run it and see if it works. We just copy and paste it for the others and change it to run. There we go. Look at that. That is fine. 25. So this one they do nothing. So come in here now, double click on this one and just copy this, paste it here and change this to 2. That's number 2 taken care of. Now we'll repeat the same thing for the next one. The next one is right here. Double click on number 3, paste, change that to 3, and so on, guys. So I'm going to speed that up. And that is it right there, guys. All done. 18, we have 16, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and so on. That is it, guys. Just the same lines of codes for that. So let's save that, run. And today's date is 23. There. You can enter whatever there. And who is that going to be? So let's say, there we go. And the name is, let's say, Folake Tomilola. Yeah, Folake Tomilola. Now, alright, Folake Tomilola Oamen. And here, let's say, do that. Yeah, just make that up. Address number 90, London town. And female. Telephone number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. And the dates, yeah, we already have the date in there. Next of kin, that is, let's say, Kenny Mo. Telephone number. And here, wages. And what is? Calculate the wages. Experience, let's say she is a, oh, I need to change that. That should have been called G. Yeah. And here she has a doctorate degree. And university, let's say she's a director of university. She's in a University College of London. There we go. Now, decision time. Looking here, there's nothing of Folake Tomilola in there. So all I just need to do now is click on Add Records. There we go. Go in there, and that is the details of Folake Tomilola. There. Right. Let's do one thing. We need to print. That's just 2 lines of code, and we also need to correct this. So I'm going to exit out, yeah, and let's go into form initialize. Where is it? Form initialize. Double click on that. Right underneath here, that should be G. Okay, let's have a look at this print. Double click on print. And right in there, those are the lines of codes for print. And that is it, guys. So I'm going to run it, and we just call it the end of this beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. Okay, we're going to now try out the print. So let's just enter all of this data in there of Kemi. So let's click on add, and Kemi should be right there now. That is fine. And we come in here and just hit print. So I'm going to print it as a PDF. Click on OK. There we go. So I'm going to save it on my desktop. Save. There. So guys, with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it.